All right, what it is, what it do. J.Rose here. Little bit of a switch up today. I This is not a reaction video. This is actually I just want to give a quick rundown of the concert that I went to last night because it was fucking insane and there was no phones allowed. So no footage is gonna come out. Only just accounts of what people experienced. I saw a couple people already talking about it on Reddit. I want to throw this down on YouTube because I got a channel and give y'all some thoughts because it was an unreal experience. So, oh, and also, obviously, a little bit of a new setup here. I'm still working with the camera angles and all that. I got some records on the wall. I'm probably gonna lower those a little bit, but man, Mach-Hommy is an icon, end quote. And the show that he put on last night, if you're not tapped in with Mach-Hommy, you absolutely need to immediately go right to his streaming and listen to every single thing that you can. He has even more music that's not even available to the public. You got to buy that shit, and it's not cheap. He considers it investments. He's an investor, an artist, and I guess I'm an investor because the tickets to that show were not cheap. But Mach-Hommy, September 4th, 2025, last night. He performed at LPR, and that's short for, and I don't want to botch this, Le Poisson Rouge. Le Poisson Rouge, I believe. My bad if I'm mispronouncing that, but um, sick venue. This was my second time seeing him. First time I saw him was last year, Thanksgiving Eve at the Lincoln Center. That was a sick show. Completely different venue there. That was like your traditional stage, and like it was a theater style, so everybody had seats. You could like stand up, obviously, but there was no moving around. There was no general admission. Whereas this new place, LPR, I'm just gonna call it that, has a very small round stage in the middle of the room, and then like everybody's just standing around or whatever you want to stand, and then there's also a bar where like with stools and shit. So took the train into the city. Love doing that. So much fun. Um, I immediately hopped on the merch line. I went alone. I do have friends, but they are not fans of mock like that. And like I said before, the tickets were not cheap, so I get it. But I'm not missing these type of things. I went to Kendrick and SZA by myself too, and I went to the last Mach-Hommy show alone. So I'm all about obviously these type of experiences. So I'm gonna do my best not to miss these things, even if it's a little bit out of the budget, because you can't take the money with you. But these moments, I mean, you can't take anything with you. But so I immediately get in, I hop on the merch line, and I immediately start talking to people. Everybody's super friendly. There was actually a lot of people there solo. Um, so it's dope. It's all love, good energy in there. So I immediately made some homies. Was chopping it up with a couple homies, talking about complimenting on their shirts and shit, and like how they listen to Mock and how they first got into them, favorite songs, favorite albums, whatever. So the merch line was dope. There was like fruit, oranges, and shit, and then like shirts, of course. So I got this. Stand up real quick. Can't really see it. I'm still working on these camera angles in this new setup, but um, got the shirt. I got these two CDs. Got Mox Hard Lemonade, and I got Wap Con George. I love my physical music. Y'all know that. And I'm online, and I hear this dude's voice, like one of the dudes working the merch table. I immediately recognize his voice, and I'm like, hold on, bro. I look at him, and I'm like, are you A.A. Rashid? Because look, I've been listening to Griselda and Mach-Hommy for about 7 years now, and this is one of the most distinguishable voices ever. Westside Gunn puts him on damn near every project as like an intro or an outro, or even just like spoken word on a random track at the end of a song. I'm pretty sure he was just on Heels Have Eyes 2, which I just reacted to. Y'all go check that out. But I'm like, what the fuck? You working with Mach-Hommy? So clearly Griselda and Mach are still cool. That's fantastic news. I absolutely love to hear that. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So I gave him his flowers real quick. He's like, yes, sir. And I was like, wait, like, I gotta get like, I can't take a picture with him because they locked up our phones. I don't even know if I mentioned it. This is a no phone event, Mach-Hommy. Like, he doesn't. You got a lot. They take your phone at the door. They take your AirPods. They take your watch if you got a watch on like this. They take this shit because they just don't want anything being recorded. It's supposed to be be in the presence, be in the present, and also, just buy tickets and go to the show. I like filming at concerts, but only a little bit. But anyway, hey Rashid, I was like, man, I gotta, and I just thought of it last minute. I'm like, I gotta get him to sign something. I don't want to sign the shirt. I want to wear the shirt. It doesn't really make sense for him to sign these CDs. So I was like, bro, is there anything you sign? And he's like, this dude's a man. He's mad chill. He's clearly busy too, but he was like, yeah, man, I got you. So he signed this thing. Try to get that in focus here. Zatanica by Billy Z. I guess it's like fruit labels. I'm pretty sure that Mach and them over there, they grow their own fruit, they kill their own cattle and shit. It's just what I've heard. I think Mach has talked about it before as well, but that was sick. That was really dope. Shout out to A. Rashid, he's the man. Right, so after the merch, I really wanted to buy vinyl too, but man, that shit, I had to calm down. So hop off the merch line. I go right to the bar. I grab a couple homies a drink, like whatever they wanted, and a Guinness, because I was chopping it up with some folks. I bought the first round and then I bought the second, whatever. Then I find a spot right in front of the stage. Opener did about 20 minutes of comedy. It was stand up, and I was not expecting that. So that was dope. That was really sick. He was funny as hell. I'm so sorry. I don't remember bro's name, but I know for a fact he was from Haiti. So shout out to you. Yo, if anybody was at that show watching this, what was the comedian's name? Because we got to shine a light on him. He was dope. It's so hard to remember all the details. I think he only said his name like once. So, uh, but he was cool. He was cool. And then a mediator came out and kind of explained why they take phones. I guess it was one of Mach's homies. He said he's been Mach for years. And he's like, yeah, so this is why we take everybody's phones and shit. Mach has very special things he wants to share with you. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, all right. And then they start playing a song, clearly unreleased. Nobody in the crowd has heard it. We're like, what the hell is this? Conductor, conductor. And then they play another song with conductor tags, and another and another. And I'm like, okay, they're playing a full unreleased album, and it was fire. I was standing there like this the whole time. I was like, I'm looking at the dudes next to me. Crazy, crazy individual. Absolutely insane album. I Will it ever come out? I don't even. They didn't say the title. They gave us no details. They just played the music, and it was fucking insane. And then so after that album ended, it's probably about a 30-minute project, and then Mach comes out. I don't remember what song he opened with. There was so much going on, like in my head. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try to remember this and this and this, because there's no phone. There's nothing I could write shit down on, and I'm trying to be as present as possible, just in the moment, enjoying it. So don't remember what he opened with, but he performed shit off of Rich Ass Haitian. He performed songs off of Wapcon Joj. He performed most of Balance Cho, Hot Candles, and he also did shit from Pray for Haiti as well. And he did some Pray for Haiti cuts. Dude, he did Marie. Hail Mary. He did Hail Mary. One of my favorite songs of all time. That was crazy. That was so sick. So he even went into the crowd and like walked around the perimeter of the venue and just like while simultaneously spitting his verses and hooks and just like dapping up the crowd, showing love, making eye contact with everybody. Incredible performer, dude. He sounds exactly like he does on the record, which a lot of artists don't. And his breath control is insane. Like it's up there with the best of the best. Like, first of all, his memory, just memorizing all these lyrics and shit. Obviously, he made it, but it's not easy, especially and on the spot in the moment, killing it. Every single bar you can hear the conviction, the way that he says it on the record is the way that he said it on that stage and in that crowd when he was walking around, man. And he's got his cameras filming him, so hopefully eventually they release some footage from that show. But this was the absolute kicker for me. He took a little intermission for a little bit, and then he comes back through the crowd, recording, performing again, and he's playing Wooden Nickels, and he stops at the bar, and I'm like, I'm like 10 steps away from the bar, not even. He goes and sits down at the bar while performing. He's got like these bright ass lights on him, and he's performing Wooden Nickels. He gets to the second verse. He pulls out two Wooden Nickels, and he's like scanning. There's like a circle kind of forming around him of people, not completely around him because he's got bodyguards and shit, but we're just standing there in awe watching him spit. It's crazy. iced the fuck out. He pulls out these two wooden nickels, rubs them together, locks eyes with me. And I'm just like, listen, I'm like, yeah, man, talk that shit. It's, Wooden Nickels is a great song, too. It's like a heavenly beat. He fucking gets up, walks over to me, reaches his hand out with the nickels, hands them to me. To me. I'm like, what the fuck? Hold on. So I take him, he daps me up, hits me on the chest like this. And then I go, and then he goes like, I was like, he went like this. He did it pretty hard too. It wasn't gentle, but he was like, I was like, what the fuck? And then the crowd is cheering and shit. So I got these handed to me last night by the Mach-Hommy. Two wooden nickels. Now, try to show y'all these. Now, the meaning of wooden nickels is like, it's supposed to be a thing where like some things don't carry as much value as you're told they do. And it's like a weary thing. It's like, don't take no wooden nickels. It's just like, be careful. Don't get swindled. Don't get bamboozled by people. Don't get taken advantage of. And man, being somebody that's tapped in spiritually, like Mach is, like the shit that he talks about in his music, as far as like political issues, oppression, bullshit, government practices, like he speaks about it all in his music. And he takes time to give spoken word about it. Like he's giving speeches up there. Like he's Mach-Hommy on these stages, like he's fucking Malcolm X or Martin Luther on these stages, man. And that shit is powerful as hell. We're all just listening. Like he's giving us history lessons about old tribes that were pretty much erased from history, but they were just, it was the indigenous people's land. It was their land first, but we're not even gonna get into it. Um, but that was such a heavy moment being handed two fucking, he handed these to me. And I had to take a moment, man. That shit is heavy to me. I mean, it was a heavy moment. Like I consider myself to be tapped in spiritually. And yeah, man, it was a lot to process between the brand new album that they played in the beginning and then just all those moments after that, meeting all the homies, meeting all like new friends in the crowd. Just phenomenal, bro. It was phenomenal. Anytime he is in New York, I will be fucking going, even if it's like outside on the East Coast. I'll do my best to get there. And I suggest anybody do the same. I think he's doing Chicago next. Y'all gotta go to that shit, man. And no phones could be the wave at concerts, man, for real. But I just wanted to get on here and tell y'all that, man. Give y'all my experience. Fantastic show. Phenomenal. But Mach-Hommy is an icon, end quote. This gonna be the year I get my Python trench coat. Listen, man, if y'all don't listen to Mach-Hommy, please start. If you're a hip hop fan, get into it. All right, much love, man. J.Rose, thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Leave a comment if you were at the show. I didn't get to get anybody's numbers or anything because as soon as the show ended, I got the fuck out of there. I tried to get some stuff signed. It didn't work, so I just dipped. And the homies that I was with also just, they spread out and shit. But salute to y'all if we did meet. Much love to everybody. See y'all in the next video. Peace.